Alright guys, welcome back to Old MTG, and I'm bringing you the third podcast of X Points, Best X of 2025. We're looking at tournaments 51 and 52 today. Tim, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hey guys, good afternoon. I'm Tim Kincaid. I'm here with Terry, looking to have some fun getting into some of these X points deck lists with you guys.
Cool. And Tim's turned his camera on today. Looking very swish, Tim, with your new haircut.
Thanks.
Alright, Tim, so let's look at tournament 51 then.
Yeah, this was May of 2025. Another Talaria online X points, and if you guys haven't played any of these online Talaria events, they're free to play in. Talaria is a free app, and we're meeting some cool old school Magic players and having a great time playing in these Talaria X Points events. So this one was top 16 here. We had Lucas Glavin to kick us off with a mono black.
Lucas Glavin's consistently in the top 16. He's doing very, very well. Always nice deck pictures as well, Lucas.
And this would be him here.
Oh, nice. I think that's an anime or something. I swear that's what my brother watches that. Anyway.
I'm not familiar with this, but definitely looks like an anime. It looks like this guy reminds me of Ganondorf from the old Zelda.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? I like that.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
A Lodos War. Is it called Lodos War? Yeah.
Lodos War.
Yeah, I think I'm going to speak to my brother about that because he loves his anime, so he most probably is anime. Alright, very sweet deck here. He's got the 4 orders, 4 Black Knights, 4 Hypnotic Spectres, 4 Dark Ritual, 4 Into Torak, 4 Sinkhole. I actually think I built my deck, my mono black deck that made the top 16, very similar to Lucas's, because I actually saw it and I thought that looks like a pretty sweet deck and it's cheap to make. The only thing I will say is I didn't have the City in the Bottle, but I pretty much had everything else, and I think, yeah, it was a very, very fun deck to play. And like turn 2, you could play a Dark Ritual and then like double him or Cinco and him. Just a really, really strong deck.
Yeah, and if you get, the 4 ritual, this deck just does what it does. It definitely can be aggressive with the ritual, or you can pump out an icy, early, or a vampire early, or Daralore. If they don't have answers, if they're not playing swords or something, they have burn. These cards could be really effective with a dark ritual early. The late game, the one drain life is always good with the rituals.
Yeah. Like I think I was playing against who was it? Tim Atwood, and I was playing mono black, and I just could not, for the life of me, draw like a creature or like an actual spell. I was just playing land, and so was he. And then managed to drain life him for like 12 or something crazy. So I was just like, oh, thank God for that. But that was with a couple of dark rituals as well. So
yeah, I'd love to see the Singleton Royal Assassin here with the 2 ICs and a Paralyze. It's just cool to see that in mono black.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying to you earlier. Like, if you're going to play Paralyze and things like that, or an icy, you kind of need like at least 1 or 2 assassin in there just to start shooting them all down, I think.
Mm-hmm.
If they're using removal on your Black Knights and your orders and things like that, and then time you play your assassin, hopefully it'll stick, and then you're off to the races.
There you go. Yeah, and he's got 1 Underworld main, 1 sideboard. Just a lot of these cards are situationally good depending on the matchup and the timing of the game, and hence the reason he has some 1-ups here, because it's hard to know with some of these black cards. They're not like Swords and Disenchant that are like good against everything, right? Some of these cards are kind of situational.
Yeah, the Terrors. Yeah, they're very. I mean, I only played one in the main as well. To be fair, I played 1 and then 3 in the sideboard. But once you know they're not playing any black or artifact creatures, you're like, yep, let's bring all of them.
3 piles, and notice 4 main between the sideboard and the main deck. I think 4 piles is almost a must for mono black.
What I will say as well, with the Aeopals, they're very, very good with the first strikers. Very, very good. Especially the Black Knights and the orders.
Right, he's got 8 knights, so yeah, they are.
Yeah, they're very good with the first strikers. Very, very good.
And you can take away first strike with an herb board. So yeah.
Yeah.
One desert. What do you think about that? Just the singleton desert.
I had 2 desert in the main, and it didn't hamper my mana base very much at all, really. So I think you can
I
play
think I
2.
understand it. I think he just said, you got to have double black, and if you get draw two, like a strip mine in a desert with a swamp, you could be screwed.
I didn't have that many problems with it, but I can see where you're coming from. But honestly, I didn't have that many problems with my mana base. Mono black is a very, very good mana base anyway, to be honest with you. I think I actually played 22 land, though. I think I played more than him.
I think he's got 22 with a mox. That would be 22, yeah.
I think I played 22 land and a mox. I think I was worried about like getting mana screwed. I don't know why, but I'm pretty sure I played a little bit more.
Deck, I think if you're going to lean in the rituals and you run 4 rituals, then you can run 4 gloom, your favorite sideboard.
Yeah, I like playing them, but I don't like playing it against them, Tim.
Yeah, they're pretty potent with the rituals to run a full set. That's pretty strong. And he's got this one Silex. What do you think about that card? That's kind of cool.
I actually played this Silex in the sideboard, and I never brought it in once. So I don't know. Maybe it was the matchups, but they do hit the factories, the workshops. A lot of people don't realize that.
Right.
It does hit the Suchis and the Triskelions and the Tetravuses. So
yeah, throw into robots the list, or just really any deck that runs factories. You can bring it in, and he can use his singles for mazes or other stuff, and this can take out factories. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I actually think the Silex is underplayed. I think it's 4 to cast and 1 to activate. So
yeah, that's good. So that's Lucas with mono black.
Yep.
Moving on, we had Rich Aravallo reappearing with his 4-color hymn, making another playoff.
Yep.
I don't know if he changed anything in this list, but maybe you'll be able to tell. Here it is here.
He's playing counterspell. Was he playing counterspells last time?
He was playing a couple. I did not remember Booth Control.
I can't remember the Jusum either. Was he playing Jusum last time?
Let's just go back.
Yeah.
I think he had a Jusum and a Derevor.
He's playing 2 now, though.
See, here was last month. Jusum.
Oh, yeah, he was, yeah.
Derelor.
And 2 counterspell.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty much the same, actually, isn't it?
Well, he has a singleton Uthden troll and only 1 icy here.
I actually prefer the second icy, to be honest, but
so he's changed a few things. So yeah, but it's a good deck. I mean, he's doing well with it.
That Falling Star is just so good. You know, even like tapping the creatures down is actually really good, and if you want to do an alpha swing as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
All right. So then we had Ian Ron Caroni making another playoff appearance with a blue-green aggro.
Yeah, he wasn't in the last one, was he? But he
was in, I think, one of the earlier playoffs. A couple with Dead Guy Hale.
Yeah. I remember seeing that match. Yeah, she's got Boomerang. I like Boomerang a lot, actually. I like the unsummons. They don't get enough credit or for what they deserve, to be honest with you, mate. If they're casting a Sarah Angel and you're bouncing it back for 1 mana, well, then just keep chipping it.
And you're swinging for 5 or 6 or whatever.
Yeah, I think that's like the unsummons are very, very good. Like when I played that blue-white aggro deck that I made in the semi-final, I had 4 unsummons in the sideboard and they were just amazing. I think it was 4, or maybe 3 actually. I can't remember, but they were amazing. Yeah, I like that card. Boomerang is great as well, though. Quite interesting with the Boomerang and the disc, because you can actually activate the disc and then Boomerang the disc back to your hand.
You could. I don't know if he has disc, but that's a neat play. You can't do that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Notice he leans heavily on Pendlehaven. He's got all 4.
Yeah, I suppose he's got quite a few one drops, hasn't he? So.
Yeah, and he's got the Falcon, the Vigilance Falcon with Pendlehaven. That's pretty good between Giant Growth and this guy.
Yeah. I suppose you could make it a Sarah Angel with the Giant Growth, couldn't you?
Yeah, it's a 5/6 basically with the Pendlehaven for like 12 of his creatures.
Yeah, very, very good. I like the 2 control magic in the main as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, the power of control magic is 7-point singleton. It's a 3-point card. So they're all about upping it to 4 points. So that's how strong Control Magic is. So pretty crazy.
Pretty solid, but only one city, so he's not into doing damage to himself. He just hopefully draws the right color.
And City in the bottle wouldn't do too much damage here. Obviously, well, it would actually. We'd take the Serendeeps, the Flying Man, City.
He's got 7 cards. It
7
could be
cards,
effective.
yeah. It could be
Could be
effective.
worse.
Yeah, it could be worse. Alright.
So there we go. We had, let's see, top 16. We had a blue-white parfait by Alex Herzog. Are you familiar with parfait?
Is that the Twiddle? Is that like the Vault deck? Or no, it's not.
It's like the
Oh, right, yeah, sorry. With the winter, you can tap down the Winter Orb and then all your stuff on taps.
Yeah, he's got 4 orb, 3 mines, 3 relic barrier, 1 icy.
And you can also tap your own Howling Mine so they don't draw a card, the extra card, do they? Yeah. I like this deck a lot, actually. I think it's very strong. The Tabernacle is obviously very, very good. What is going on here? Oh, it just popped up on my screen now. Oh, there you go.
So it looks like he's running 4 Moxen, if I'm not mistaken. Blue and white, and a black, and maybe a red.
So he's trying to ramp out quite fast then, by the looks of things.
Yeah, he's trying to pump this out quickly with 2. He wants a Mox so he can play a turn 1, mine or orb and then start tapping it down with a relic barrier or something.
Yeah, with the Winter Orb and you got the Moxes, you're kind of untapping most of your stuff, and they just untapping one little measly land every turn. So that's if you haven't got the Icy. I mean, if you got the Icy, then obviously you just tap the Winter Orb and you're off to the races. I'm surprised sometimes they do play Relic Barrier in the main as well when they're doing these sort of combos, but
he's got 3 relics and 1 icy.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was 4 icy.
Yeah, they're kind of hidden back here.
Yeah. That's well spotted, mate. Well spotted. Oh yeah, it's a great deck. Great deck.
It looks neat, and he's got the Tabernacle, and that's a nice card for this type of deck. It's if the opponents can't untap many lands with Lunar Orbs, and they can't pay for their guys. That's devastating with this type.
Well, yeah, I mean, you obviously sometimes you just do it when they're tapped out. You play the Winter Orb, and then you play your land for turn, which is Tabernacle. Pass the turn to them. Yeah.
And he's got another Tabernacle on his board, so he can go up to 2 against heavy aggro. I think that's what really makes this deck tick against the aggro matchup. I mean, the moat is good too, but those 2 tabbies and the moat with this is pretty dirty.
What's the actual win con of this then?
He just wins with. Wow, that's a great question.
Yeah, like what does he actually win with?
They scoop game 1.
But you're not even playing like a Fountain's Cane in there or anything.
I guess they just scoop game 1. I don't know. I'm really trying to figure it out. Or is that Black Vice in a tower? Unless he has, but I think those are. Maybe he has Vice in tower. I'm not sure. It's hard to see from the photo.
Yeah. I was just like, I can't see any win condition.
I think he has Black Vice in Ivory Tower.
Because like, if you're drawing lots of cards with the Howling Mine, you'll end up milling yourself first before you actually. Like, I'm quite stubborn. I won't concede unless I'll just play it out. Or like land go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he can board out a bunch of the Parfait package and bring in 6 dudes. He's got 3 Sarahs and 3 Serendib Jins.
Yeah.
He needs. That's kind of a cool transition.
Yeah. I like the transition. I just don't know how he's going to win the first game. Because if
I think it's Black Vice.
He must be Black Vice. Because if I'm quite stubborn, I wouldn't concede unless I saw something that he could actually win the game with. All right, mate. Let's look at the next one.
Okay. And we're also on another mono green aggro by Michael Gaithright.
Sounds good, mate.
I think he was in there last month. He's making the playoffs again. And so we actually have 2 here. I want to say this is his picture on the left he has Emerald Dragonfly this month.
Yeah. No, I like this, mate. I like this a lot. Same sort of thing. Spitting Slug, such a good card. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really hard to get through. Got the factories, got the mazes. Got a book in there as well.
Now that's interesting. Yeah.
Got the 2 hurricanes. Yeah, I like this a lot actually. Interesting sideboard with the Meekstone and the 2 Aeopals. Got another Sylvan in there.
What do you think the piles are for? Like a royal assassin or something? Like
Yeah,
green
yeah,
can't kill creatures very well, right? On the ground.
yeah, yeah. But I don't know, mate. To be honest with you, I suppose green doesn't have a lot of creature removal or removal in general. So maybe they're just creature removal spells or direct damage. I don't know.
I mean, imagine your opponent playing like a prodigal sorcerer, or like I said, a royal assassin, or
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
or
A particle sorcerer could be really because you'd have to time those giant growths and those Penthrohaven activations, wouldn't you?
yeah.
All right, mate. Let's look at the next one.
All right, that was mono green. We had a here's a dead guy L by Doug Wee,
Mm,
top six.
I like that guy.
See if I can find him. It's at the top. Yeah,
You
here
see a
you
lot of
go.
dead guy on steroids with like the ancestral recall and stuff like that in Swedish, don't you?
Yeah, it looks like he's just black, white, no blue.
Mm, still good though.
3 gems.
Mm. That's 6 points. He's got the balance and the mox.
Yeah, he went for balance instead of him. Just why not, right?
Yeah, balance can be very, very good.
Hmm.
Um, just got to time it well. But yeah, I like this deck a lot actually.
Yeah, four cities. I think you have to lean heavy if you're going to run Savannah lines because you want to be able to get turn one white, but then turn two you really need double black in this deck for the sinkhole to him or an order. Uh, so he's leaning heavily on the cities, which makes sense to me.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, mate. Yeah, I think this is a
Four
very good
towers.
deck. Very, very good deck. I like this a lot. I do. Yeah, I wouldn't mind giving this a go myself actually. I think the divine offerings are good. The greed, I love greed, especially with a couple
Right.
of drain life in the main or something as well, just to potentially draw a
Yeah,
few more extra cards.
yeah, it's pretty nasty. So pretty cool.
He's got
Dead
the
guy.
assassin in there as well, actually, with the icy manipulator combo that we were talking
I
about
see
earlier.
it. Yeah, it's neat. I see in the world.
That's cool. I
All
like
right.
it.
So then we had let's see, moving on, we had another, here's a big red, mono red control, Yoan, Bubble
Oh,
Health.
he actually goblin grenaded me for 10 with a fork. Oh my god.
Well, he's
Oh,
not playing Goblin Grenades in this list. Would be like a bigger
yeah,
red
yeah,
with
yeah,
more
yeah.
like for
It was
good
absolutely
mana.
brutal. I was like, oh my god. I think
What do you think of
I actually messed up a
this
chaos
group?
orb flip against him in that match as well. I was fuming with myself. Fuming.
Hmm.
I'm getting flashbacks now. Anyway, yeah, Mana Fair's good. You got the Dragon Well, Copper Tablets, the books. Yeah, that Mana Flare is what, 3 mana? 2 colors, one with
Three,
red? And you can play it quite early with the Soul Ring, can't you? Yeah, I like this a
yeah,
lot actually. You've obviously got the Earthquakes for like aggro, disintegrate, sorry, with the Mana Flare. Those 3/6s are really hard to deal with, man. Jesus.
they are.
I'm
Yeah,
surprised he's not playing 4 of them. Like, they're just so good. Maybe he only owns 3, but they are ridiculously good.
this deck just seems fun to me. Dropping a quick mana flare and then just playing out these big red fatties. The pumpable guys. Like the dragons
The
or
only thing I will say is, how do you beat a Circle of Protection red?
Well, let's see what
He's
he's
got the
got. He's got
factories,
two mana
obviously.
bars.
Yeah.
He's got two touch of us and two disc. So
Mm,
that's 6 cards that could help him deal with that kind of stuff.
yeah, I suppose. I just.
Oh, he's also got copper tablets that could finish off their opponent. If he gets them kind of low and they drop a copper red, the tablet could also finish
Yeah,
him off.
yeah. Yeah, that's true. I was getting nervous playing mono red because there's so much Circle of Protection or Greater Realm and stuff like that. Ugh.
I'm kind of surprised to see no Diamond Valley in this list. I feel like with these big toughness creatures that in like an opposing red deck or other burn deck strategies, the Diamond Valley would be solid gold or solid diamond in this
Yeah,
other
yeah.
build.
Yeah, I think they would be very good. He's not playing Rook Eggs or anything like that, though, is he? I suppose, but
No, look, but it's a fun deck, man. It's really cool.
I do like the life gain from Diamond Valley. To be fair,
Yeah, I like this deck. Looks fun.
yeah.
So he made top 8. Or sorry, that was top 16. And then
Yeah.
we got one top 16 by Ryan Rudolph with a
Lay
mono
Druid
green
and Maze.
Play Druid and Maze of it
Oh
together
my
with this.
god.
This is not your standard. This would not be your standard mono green at all.
Mm.
See, here he is, right here.
He's got the mazes, he's got the Aranums, he's got the Lay Druids. I suppose Lay Druid with like Pendelhaven?
Yeah, you could activate it twice before it actually pumps the 1/1.
Yeah, yeah. Make it what, a 3 or 2, 3, 4, 5?
I think you could. I'm not sure actually how that works. Don't quote me on that one. I think you could.
Yeah, because in response to the activation, you could Lay Druid, untap the Pendelhaven, and then activate it again. Can you or not? I don't know how it would work.
You could target it twice. I'm just not sure if after the first one resolves, if it would technically be a legal target for it to resolve the second time. I don't know. But
Yeah.
still,
But then I suppose if
really
you got multiple 1/1s, you can just do it for the other, make another creature a 2/3 or something.
I mean, it's still just dirty enough to untap. He's got 4 mazes and 4 factories and 3 deserts, right? Just untapping any of that stuff is pretty fun.
Yeah, like a factory could become a 3/3 or maybe a 4/4 if there's like another one in play or something. I don't know.
One factory could pump itself to 3/3, can untap and make one factory could be a 4/4 with a late
Yeah, that's really good.
yeah,
That's
or a 3/3 attacker.
It's nice to see Lay Druid see some play here actually because I think it's a very good
That's
card.
pretty neat. I love the fact that he made the playoffs with Lay Druid. That's awesome.
I've seen Lay Druid in Sandpoint Singleton with Library of Alexandria, and that was sick as well.
And he's got a candelabra in here too,
Hmm.
as if the Lay Druids weren't enough.
Just chucks in a $2,000 card or whatever. But yeah, why not?
It's gone up a lot lately. I think you might get him around 14 or 15.
He's like, I've got it. I may as well use it.
But this time a year and a half ago, this card was like a $500 or $600 card.
Yeah, mate. I think you need to pull the trigger quickly if you're. Although if you watch Alpha Investments, he's saying that old school cards are still way undervalued. They're not high enough at the moment. He thinks they're undervalued at the moment. Well, they are approaching like what? They're over 30 years old now, aren't they? Yeah, they're 32 years old.
Yeah, this candelabra would be 32 years old since printing in 94. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I suppose that some of them are 93 or, 33 years old.
So this is his Ladru build. He does have Suchis in the board, but he's got factories, so that's an interesting choice to bring in because they're probably not going to have artifact destruction after game 1. They're probably not going to leave in the destruction for piles or. I mean, they might if they see the factories, but that's an interesting card he could board in.
Yeah, I like that. I like the ice storms as well, just for those problematic lands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
nice, cool.
Nice deck. I like it.
Yeah. All right. So that was Ryan Rudolph. We had top 8 now. We got a Shops deck that's kind of blue-red parfait with ATOG by Rob Hackney.
Yeah, I like Rob. He's one of my friends.
Great player.
Smart
guy.
Yeah, we've had some battles over the years in pre-modern and in X points.
Let's see if I can find his list here. He's on the ATOG.
I think me and him played. We played the other day because he's playing like this. I don't want to reveal his deck to be honest, but he's playing quite an aggro deck, and I'm playing Pink Weenie, and I think we played about 20 games in about an hour and 20 minutes. It was that fast.
Wow.
Yeah, we were literally blisteringly fast. I think we played about 10 games before sideboard in about 33 minutes. And then we played another 10 games after sideboard in about 35 minutes. It was absolutely crazy. So
sounds like you guys got some good testing in.
That's good. Definitely, mate. Definitely.
So, here's his list. What do you think?
Yeah, very nice here with the workshops. Got the black vice. He got 6 points in his moxes. Is the workshop a point?
The shops are 1 point each. Yeah, he's got 4 points in 4 shops.
Yeah. I gotta say because so he's got 10 points in the moxes and the shops. Then he's got the copy artifact, the ATOGs, the Felwar Stones. Is that Howling Mine? Yeah, with the relic barrier. That's a good combo. Got the Suchis, the Fortress Scullions, the Winter Orbs. Yeah, like just fucking really aggressive, isn't it?
Yeah, it's aggressive, and notice he's got the red and blue here, so he can, eat stuff with Togs or Sage, or if people are blowing up stuff, he's got other cards,
That's
that
what I
can
like about
kill
Rob. He
it.
just plays something out of the ordinary, and that's what, you know, when I used to watch the Pro Tour and stuff like that, when I used to dream of all that shit, people that would do well is people that come to this tournament with something that people do not expect. And once you've got the element of surprise, you've already kind of, your win percentage is already going up maybe 10-20% when you're playing something that people don't even know what they're playing against. So. And I think
That's
that's
very
why
true.
Rob does really well. He plays things that are out of the ordinary.
Yep. And I'd say something that really jumps out is before, he was on all just mono brown artifact, just shops with Tron lands and antiquities cards. And now he adds the blue red so that he, like I said, he has other win conditions. Even if they board in tons of artifact destruction, he can still win with an ATOG, or he can board in glooms, right? Because he's got a
Mm.
jet and two city abreast. Is there any other way to cast the gloom? Those three sources?
What about
Oh, bat
Yeah, I was trying to say, yeah, he's got the Badlands at the top.
or Badlands. So yeah, okay. So he's got seven black sources. He could power out possibly a turn two gloom off
Yeah,
of some mocks, and that's
yeah,
pretty.
that's really strong. And I think the city in the bottles are strong as well. It doesn't target any of his stuff. The blue blasts are good. Even the red blasts are good as well. Like having access to all these cheap, really good spells is really good. The Sage is obviously great with the artifacts. And then obviously two shatter for anything that maybe discs or something like that. I reckon disc would
Right.
ruin this deck's hopes and dreams if I'm honest with you.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, that the gloom is definitely a good answer to all these decks trying to pack like dust to dust, disenchant divine offerings, and he just pours that in and says no. And then he can kind of mess up their mana, right? It's hard for them to get a lot of mana
yeah,
with the
definitely, mate.
ices and the orbs.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, yeah, I like the deck, and he's combating all the artifact hate by going into their red, blue, and black splash. So he's top eight.
Ishan,
Um,
white control. This is this is unusual.
yeah, here he is playing mono white with Artifice.
He's playing
Sean.
the preachers, the archaeologists, the Sarah Angels, the Tectovus, the Triskelion, the Four Swords, two Ivory Tower, two Wrath of Gods, two Maze. Okay, now you can actually make this really like better as well in this meta because the Wrath of Gods are 0 points now, so you could even add more points.
Yeah, this deck could
And
become
Soul
strong.
Ring, Soul Ring's cheaper now as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 1 point less. So he basically gains one from the ring, and these two are free. 3 points. You could put in something else.
They could
You could play a
balance or
Pearl. You could play a Lotus. You could play, Factories.
yeah.
You could play a land tax if you needed to, or two.
Yeah. And I wouldn't really class this as control though. It's more mid range, I would say.
It's mid range. It's not really white weenie either, but I mean it's like a mid range control deck.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean I like it. I like it. I think it's
Yeah,
pretty solid. The Diamond Valley's quite good. Um
it's good with
yeah, I
Preach.
mean it's yeah, I'm really good with the Preacher because I played Diamond Valley in my black white 7 point singleton deck and that was very, very good. So. Alright mate, very, very nice. Very nice.
Okay, let's see what else we got. So Sean, we have a. We're still in May 2025. Mono Black Aggro. Jesus Mancilla. He's back again.
He loves this mono black aggro, doesn't he? He's a
Here it
very good
is.
deck though, isn't it? It's very low to the ground. I can
Very
see
low.
people
Just
struggling with this.
stops at three with the hippie. Everything else is like one, two, three casting counts. But he has a couple winter orbs in here this time.
Yeah, the winter wars are great, aren't they? Because I mean, you don't mind untapping only one land because most of it's only 1 or 2 or 3 mana maximum anyway.
Right?
And he's got the mox as well, so he's got that in play. He can untap that, untap a land, cast anything he wants.
He made top 16 last month, I believe, in April. Now in May he's in top eight. So this deck is maybe better than what people realize for just an aggressive
Maybe I'm
one.
playing the wrong mono aggro, mono black. Maybe I need to go lower to the ground. This is just what the hell's going on here? I need to get myself some winter orbs. That's what I need to get. Dear, oh dear. Very
They're
solid.
good in aggressive strategies. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, mate.
Interesting deck. Very interesting.
Yeah, I like it. I like this one a lot. We don't really need to talk about this because we've kind of already talked about it before. But yeah, very good deck.
Okay. Next we had top eight. Virilio Estevez is back with his green, black, red
I
Ponza
feel like
again.
he didn't he beat me in the quarterfinal in Four Horsemen. I think he did, didn't he?
Virilio, he won. I believe he won with
Yeah,
like
he beat
a
me in the quarterfinal. He
blue green Tron or
did.
blue green black.
Yeah. Very good player. Very good player.
So is this is him on Ponza, right? With the giant spiders this time.
Yeah.
He didn't have those last month.
Yeah, the giant spiders are good. Maybe he's worried about, I don't know, hippies
Dibs.
or something, or dibs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
somebody got a bid down, probably off like a mox or something.
Well, the giant spider wins against the hippies all day long and blocks the
Mhm.
Star Deeps unless you don't want to bolt a giant spider, but kind of.
Underplayed card. I remember this card was so good in some of the first starter decks I opened. It was people played it back when we were kids. But it's
He's
2/4.
very good at sell point singleton, to be honest with you. Like 2/4 is really hard to do.
2/4 reach.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
The first cards with reach. Yeah.
I used to play it in draft every now and again as well. When I used to do a draft, I was like, I know I sometimes used to have them in the sideboard. If I saw my opponent had flyers, I'd be like, yep, bringing them in.
It's especially potent, I think, against dibs. I mean, I guess it's like you mentioned hippies, and there could be like a thunder spirit. I'm not sure what else you might. Scrib sprites, right? Could be something,
But the
but
thing with Thunder Spirit is it has the first strike, so a bolt would win that
yeah.
exchange, whereas like the hippie is losing to the giant spider all day long. But yeah, I think the giant spider is very underrated. So and
Yeah.
what interesting here, he's got the 4 Stone Rain, the 4 Ice Storm, and the 4 Cinco.
Obviously, he's worried about dibs, but he doesn't want to play City in a Bottle because he's got Urnums of his own. But I wonder, if he played something besides Urnum, like Suchi or something, or Juggernaut, if he could play City in a Bottle in this type of shell, and if that would have been good. I don't know.
Yeah, that with the land destruction would be absolutely brutal.
This is your all-in land destruction deck with at least 12 LD, 3 IC script mine orbs. So he's got and a regrowth. He's got tons of LD and some cargo. So, yeah.
He doesn't like his opponent having lands. I know that.
Just does what it does, right? If he gets ahead, it can be brutal, but if he gets behind, it can be in trouble.
Surprised he's not playing Black Vice in the sideboard or something.
Yeah. So that's his Ponza deck. Then moving on to the top 4. Here we have Felix making one of his first top 4 appearances. Felix Woodward, the deck.
The deck. Didn't he win it in tournament 48 or 47?
I don't think he had won yet. I don't think he won any with his deck until the
Oh
end.
yes, until recently. Sorry. Oh yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Okay.
So here's his build for tournament 51. We're in the middle of the year, May, and I don't know if he has changed many cards from the last couple months.
Still got the Meek Stone in there. Still got the 4 deserts. He's still got Silver Library, which with the Ivory Towers is just absolutely amazing. Spirit Link, Ancestral Recall. So the points are the same in there. Ancestral Recall, Abyss, and Library. Is Library lower there?
Library and Regrowth, same points.
Exactly the same points. Okay.
He does have. He did take Archaeologist out of his sideboard, and now he just has Lone Preacher, Strip Mines in the sideboard. That's kind of interesting. Why do you think he may not want that main deck?
I don't know. Like, what lands is he scared of?
Well, obviously, he doesn't want another Loa.
Yeah, that's true.
Factory. I guess
Factory. Yeah.
He's got 6 Divine, 6 Disenchant effects, and 4 Swords and 3 Bolts.
Maybe he's prioritizing colored mana.
I think he wants to get his mana drawing correctly, and he only really wants that Strip Mine. He doesn't care about Maze. He doesn't care about Factory. I think he just wants that against like another Loa.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely, mate.
Yeah, pretty interesting to see that, but probably what it is.
Yeah, most probably. Go on then. Let's look at the next one.
Okay. So top four was also Brandon Eccles on Line Day Bolt.
Wasn't he in the last top? Was he second last? Oh no, it was Brandon Lindley, wasn't it? Brandon Lindley?
Brandon Lindy. This is
Yeah.
so here's his take on he's got the line, he's got the dib, he's got the bolt, but he's also got four Sarahs and a moat. He's more of like, in low and mid, he's more of like the mid-rangey control kind of line dib bolt.
And you know what? I actually saw this and I tried to make a blue white version without the red, and end of story, not good. Not good at all. You either have to go aggro or control. I think when you're playing blue white mid range without the red, I don't know. Like it just feels really weak against those deserts and Maze of If decks. It just feels. I don't know. You just need to finish the game with the fireball or the earthquake or the boats and things like that. Yeah, like blue white on its own either needs to be aggro or control. I did
Yeah,
better with
so
aggro, to be honest with you.
um, if someone was to run this list now, they would probably have to cut moat or maze because the lowest 6, 7, 8, 9. You could play like a raft instead of a moat, but I don't know if you really want that with these flyers. But
Yeah,
yeah, but it's something,
I think the RAF. I mean, you could potentially have a couple of RAFs in the sideboard and become more controlling, I suppose.
right?
But then you're taking away your sort of ability to win the actual game. Although I suppose you could just take out a couple of Savannah Lions and then have a couple of rafts and then win with a big fireball or something like that. What do you think?
Yeah, this deck just does what it does, man. It's not super aggressive. It doesn't have like a lot of knights or little creatures, but hey, he's got a little mana ramp in the form of a couple of Felwars to help pump out these Sarahs.
The only
Um,
thing I would say about when you're like casting a Wrath of God, you are always leaving yourself exposed to an Armageddon or something. Yeah, that could be absolutely backbreaking.
it could, yeah, he really could, but
I mean, that's why I think like sometimes Felix, he's very disciplined with not tapping out. Very, very disciplined to keep that counter spell open. Like he'll rather take 1 or 2 damage extra just to play out his land drops and try and get to Wrath or Earthquake and then keep up a counter spell, because yeah, that's the difference between surviving an Armageddon, potentially making top 16, and not making top 16. Is you have to have that discipline.
yeah, this deck's always going to be around these blue, white, red control with swords, bolts, and counter spells. That's like the bread and butter. Disenchant, and you just throw in some of the best creatures, and you've got a deck. So,
Yeah, definitely, mate.
all right, we are looking at. Let's see, we had that was Brandon Eccles. We've got Frederick MTG is here again with his control.
Second this time. Wow.
He's getting better. Here he is. We've seen this deck now at least 2 different months.
He's got a book in there now.
He's got a book.
Hmm.
Yeah, one book instead of the second Modi.
I think that's a good addition, actually.
Mm-hmm. Gives him some staying power. He's got a greed in the board.
Only problem with greed is I do like a bit of life gain to go with it. If you're playing a greed and you're already low on life, it just feels bad. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, there's no line game really. I've seen Oliver run a build with this with Fountain of Youth.
Yeah, yeah, like have a Fountain of Youth, gain a couple of life, then you can draw an extra card from the greed.
But hey, he's made top. This guy's in the finals now.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, he's obviously done something right.
Frederick is in the finals, so I mean he's been making a lot of appearances with this deck. I've never played this type of deck exactly with trolls and Darrellors and blue, control blue, black, red.
You liking the look of it, Tim? Are you?
It's got to be a good contender, right?
Yeah, mate. Well, why don't you give it a go next month?
I got something else in mind next month.
You got something else in mind, have you?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Anyway, he's done well. Hats off to Frederick on the finals, and our champion for tournament 51 is Looks like Victor Osterberg with Line Did Bolt.
Nice. Let's have a look at this one.
Let's find his build. I believe he's won 2 tournaments now of 2025. This was his second.
He's going
time
on.
period.
He's going on a
Yeah.
tear, isn't he? Going on a tear.
On a tear, yeah. This is a strong deck.
All right, so you got the Savannah Lions, the Serendeeps, 2 orders, only 2. 3 Javelineers, Sarah Angel, 4 Chain, 4 Bolt, for only 3 Knight. They got the 4 Side Blast, so he's got the 12 bolts. That's what they call them. 2 Disenchant, Disintegrate, Flying Walk, Ancestral Recall. Interesting that he'd have to drop a point here.
Yeah. What do you think you would drop?
Maybe a Factory?
That's what I would think because the mana is so tricky with 3 colors.
I think Time Walk's just so good. Like if you can drop like a Lion order, Serendib, and then drop a Time Walk and take an extra turn after swinging in. I don't know. It just feels really strong, doesn't it?
It's brutal. Yeah, it's just too much free damage, tempo damage.
Yeah, I mean, if you could get swinging for 6 or 7 and then Time Walk and swinging for another 6 to 7, they're already below half the life total. So only 1 Sarah Angel, but sometimes you don't need any more than that, I suppose.
And I also could see a scenario where the Sarah could kind of sit in your hand if you hold it. If you have it in your opening hand and you're just holding it, and maybe it's hard to get to 5 mana with this deck too.
Yeah, I'm surprised
Well,
Sarah's even here, but obviously he's won, so it must have been good for him at some stage.
yeah,
The 4
or
black
maybe-
voice in the sideboard as well is great against certain decks, like very slow
Right.
decks. That in conjunction with the 12 bolt, bloody hell! Like,
yeah, 12 volt and the most aggressive creatures. I just think as long as and when you come with the Vice on the play when you hold those, as long as you have your mana draws right, this deck it's got.
Yeah, if you're playing against control, you take out the Javelineers and you just whack in bloody 4 black voice take out the Javelineer and the swords and bring in 4 black voice straight away.
Yeah.
And then maybe like a couple red blasts for the control, like the blue spells. I don't know. I just think this is just a very solid deck. Very solid.
So that does it, Terry, for Tournament 51.
Yep, very, very good deck, mate, and well done to Victor. And some really, really interesting decks. It was lovely to see them. Thank you, Tim, for putting all these deck pictures together. I really do appreciate it, mate.
It's fun doing it, and I'm enjoying looking into the meta and seeing what everybody's playing, and some neat deck photos too. I hope nobody's upset that we're publishing their decks here, but these are all just public knowledge. They're on Facebook anyhow. So
yeah, and I think as well, like just to highlight that, Tim, like I'm not trying to upset anyone with this content. It's purely a celebration because these guys are doing very, very well, month in, month out, and I do think they need to be celebrated. And people like Lucas Glavin, who I have the utmost respect for, we do like to appreciate these players, and I think they do need to be appreciated because they are doing extremely well every month. So it's nothing.
Yeah, I'm having fun looking at the decks with you, and I'll look forward to the end of the year highlights when we get to see, who the top players were and what the top archetypes were after we get through with 2025.
Cool. All right, mate. Well, we'll look at the next tournament in a minute, and let's have a look at the next one. All right, let's get into the tournament 52 decks. Do you want to start us off then, Tim?
Yeah. So we're here. This would have been June of 2025. We're almost to summer here, and we're in 52. We're top 16 again. The Talaria online X Points tournaments. And to start us off, I actually have a deck list. It's kind of a unique deck I built. It was a living plane. I called it Quakes on a Plane. Top 16 here.
Cool. Let's have a look at that one, mate.
All right. Let's see where I'm at here. Yeah, here it is.
Cool. Do you want to introduce it then, mate? Because you know more about it than I do.
Yeah, sure. So I've got the living plane and the Quakes on the plane. The idea was that you could Earthquake for 1, spending 2 mana, and that would basically be an Armageddon effect. You could destroy all lands, doing 1 damage, because Living Plane makes some 1/1 creatures. So you tap 2 mana and you've gotten blow up all the non-flying. But the deal with this deck is you could still have birds, script sprites, fairies, any of these flyers in play, or you could even keep an elf in play or any land with a Pendlehaven. You could save and make your whatever, a 2/3 still Quake, or just Falling Star, or just start bolting. I mean, I have all this removal here: Pyrotechnics, a Fireball. But that's pretty much the idea. Is it's really a land destruction or creature removal deck.
I suppose you could activate the Falling Star on their lands as well, can't you?
Yeah, and if your opponent's not playing creatures, you just basically play all this, becomes land destruction with a Living Plane in play.
Yeah, the Fireball looks really good as well, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
What about the sideboard then, mate? Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I did choose for points 2 factories, a Lotus, Wheel, and a Tutor. And the Lotus was actually kind of potent, I thought, because with Lotus in a land, you can play a turn 1 Living Plane, and then your opponent, their land comes into play, and they can't use it because it's a creature. Turn they play it. So turn 1 plane was pretty cool. Sideboard,
so it doesn't come into play tapped; it comes in to play it summoning sick, basically.
Summoning sick, yeah. It's still untapped, but yeah, they can't tap it for mana. So sideboard, it was like some tutor targets, like a city in a bottle. The tracker's pretty cool at fighting with 1/1 lands. Some artifact removal, red blast, sorry, for blue decks. 1 Dark Heart, just as that life gain that you can sack some of your forests before you destroy all the lands. And then, your anti-black and then an anti-white. 1 Gloom, I'm not sure if that 1 Gloom mattered, but I guess you could tutor for the Gloom and then play it, on turn.
Yeah, I mean, it's great against white decks, and mono white, or even white blue or whatever.
Yeah, that was pretty much my board.
Hey, a really nice deck there, actually. Something different, which I think sometimes when you're playing something different in this format, like we talked about in the last video, it gets you far ahead because people just don't expect it. It's like when people turn up to a Grand Prix and they're playing, I know, Living End or something back in the day in Modern, and everyone's like, what the hell is going on? And that just gets you wins itself,
Right. Yeah, they just don't know what they're up against, like a Sandstorm here or a Pyrotechnics. Like, I didn't know you had that card.
Yeah, the Sandstorm. I love
it's
that.
the gotcha effect. It's always fun. So that was the first list, top 16 from X-Points 52. Next we had White Weenie from Frank Ulip.
Nice.
So
Mono White seems to do quite well, to be fair.
Yeah, it's in here. Look, here's 2 lists right here. It's in here. Seems multiple or at least once every tournament.
Which one was Frank's then?
So that's a good question. Let's see. The other was Tulio Pinto, and
we may as well just talk about both then. They're both in top 16, so
yeah, we can just talk about Tulio and Frank Ulip.
So let's discuss the one on the left then quickly. So he's got 3 Crusade, 2 land tax. So the 2 land tax is 4 points. The Mox is 6 points. Where's his other points? Oh yeah, the factories and the maze. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I like the 2 land tax. You don't want too many, I don't think, unless you're playing like Winds of Change and things like that. Does filter out the lands quite nicely. Interesting, it hasn't got like Armageddon or anything. I do think these decks got really good with Armageddon. But obviously he's prioritizing the Maze of Ith and the factories. Interesting, he's got 1 Sarah Angel in there. It's quite high mana cost, but he has got the Mox, I suppose, to ramp out. Like the Thunder Spirit. He's got a bit of flying in there as well, which is nice. Sometimes it is quite hard to get the damage through on the ground.
Yep.
Yeah, just a pretty solid deck here, actually. Like the Tundra Wolves turn into potential 4/4s if there's 3 Crusades out. The first strike is pretty good.
Yeah, a couple pro red guys. Only 2 disenchant, but he's got the 2 piles, which are almost like a must-have against the pro white, the black knights and stuff.
Yeah, and actually the ale piles work really well. The orders, the Thunder Spirit, and the white knights. Because if they block it with a Sarah Angel, your guys survive, theirs dies. So
Yeah, the only thing that really he's got a little bit of everything here. The only thing that really jumps out at me is, like you said, tax with no getting, but still helps you to curve out and thin your deck to better your draws.
yeah,
And
definitely.
the 2 disenchant main deck is kind of interesting to me. I would think most White Weenie would run more, but of course he has a bunch more hate in the board.
I suppose they could be potentially dead cards if your opponent's not running any artifacts or enchantments. Like mono black doesn't really run that many artifacts or enchantments, I suppose.
Right.
There is
I mean, it's
certain
still one
decks.
Chaos Orb, so that one Chaos Orb, it's never really dead unless he draws both, and that's all they have is an orb. But yeah,
Yeah. And I suppose if there is artifacts or enchantments that he needs to prioritize, he'll bring the 2 Divine Offerings and the Disenchant from the sideboard.
mm-hmm.
Uh,
Third block, then 2 cops against
City
red
in the
decks.
bottle. City in a bottle. I'll tell you what, I need to get at least one City on it.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's such a good card. Such a good got you card, isn't it?
It is a gotcha card. Yeah, it can be real mean. What do they call that? Virtual card advantage or something like that.
I like the 2 card. Is that 2 karma at the bottom? It is, isn't it?
Yeah, 2 karma and 2 deserts, maybe for pump nights or other weenie decks, mirror match or something.
Yeah.
Well,
Is that Angelic Voices above it? The 2 deserts.
That's Angelic Voices.
Yeah,
That's where it's like another Glorious Anthem Crusade effect, kind of.
And that works on the factories and the White Knights, doesn't it? The white creatures.
Oh, it does work on factories, I think.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool. Nice sideboard, actually.
Yeah. And here's the other list. This might be Tulio's here on the right. That might be Frank's on the left.
And he is playing the Armageddons by the looks of it. So he's got 2 Armageddons, a Mox, 4 factories. So that's 8 points. Where's his other 2 points? Oh, balance. Is it balance?
Balance.
Yeah.
It was 2 points last year. Yeah, it was down to 2. Still 2.
Yeah, really solid deck. Balance is an interesting one, isn't it? Because you're playing it like a heavy creature deck, so I don't know. I suppose it could be like a mind twist on your opponent because you're emptying your hand quite quickly.
Yeah, if they wrath your guys away, or they had playing just a straight removal deck, and I could see a case where you don't have many cards left as the White Weenie player, and and then all of a sudden they drop their finisher, their Sarah or their whatever, and you just balance at that point. I could see that, but it is definitely a play. It's strange with that many creatures, I'll say.
Yeah, I think he's using it more for the discard effect. Drop his hands to quite low and then play balance and hopefully get 3 or 4 cards out of your opponent's hand. Maybe, I don't know. But
yeah, so the one Pendlehaven, that's kind of cool. I mean, you got to have double white in this deck, right, to cast like, I don't know, at least 12.
How many planes has he got? He's got what? About 16 planes, isn't he?
He's got a bunch, but it's like if you draw a Mishra's and a Pendlehaven or a Strip Mine and a Mishra's, you still got to hit 2 planes, right, for Crusades, White Knights, Pump Knights.
Looks like it should have like a land tax or something in there, or just to make sure.
It worked. He hats off to all these guys. Their decks, they know they did well with their decks.
Oh yeah, making top 16 is
Yeah,
I think I actually played against Tulio, and I actually I went 3-3 that tournament, and I needed to beat him to go 4-2, and he Armageddoned me twice. So.
Oh man, that's tough.
Yeah, I think I was actually ahead. I had the Azure Drake, tapped out for the Azure Drake. He had no cards in hand, and then he played an Armageddon, and I was like, oh, fair enough.
Ugh.
And I was actually out racing him, but he was like land, Army of Allah, hit you for 12. I was like, oh, fair enough.
Out of nowhere, that one army is just like take 8 more damage or something.
Yeah, I think it's actually on one of the videos I uploaded to YouTube. So if anyone wants to watch that, see me get crushed, then you're more than welcome.
Yeah. For 3 mana, like a burn spell, Psyblast, I'm thinking is probably about the most you could do at 4 damage for 3 mana. So Army of Allah, I would think, is going to do a lot of times at least 4 with 2 creatures, and if you got 3 or more, it's doing at least 6. So.
Yeah, I mean, if the creatures are uncontested as well.
Yeah. Right,
I love the
unblocked.
preachers in there as well because, like, they're using their removal on maybe like a Javelinier or on White Knight, and then you play the preacher. You've already used like maybe 5 or 6 bits of removal.
Yeah.
You play the preacher, you're like, oh shit.
Right, right. I thought they had the exact same thought, right? They're playing their bolts and their swords to kill your lions and knights, and then boom.
Mm, yeah,
But yeah,
I
he's
mean the
got a lot
preacher
of.
even with the Crusades could be potentially big.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
like the blacksmiths. I like the circular protection red. Obviously, he's fearing that. Got 3 of them in there. He's circular protection black. The only thing I would say about that is if they go turn 1 gloom, those activations of circular protection are going to be really hard
yeah.
to do. And then obviously the karma is great, but like I said, if they play turn 1 gloom against you with a dark ritual, you're never going to be able to cast that karma.
Yeah, it looked like Frank Ulip went with the desert approach against like pump knights and maybe black decks instead of cop blacks.
He is
Because that
playing.
gives you a little more mana against Gloom, and it can kill their 2/1s.
Mm.
It's kind of
And the turn, and there is a third preacher in there as well, so that's interesting.
yeah. Hmm.
I like the dust and
Right.
dust as well, actually.
Yeah, I do too. So that's the white weenie decks for tournament 52. We had some mono green aggro with Greg Graham. I think he's made some of these playoffs before with his mono green. This one happens to have a red splash. So
And he does make videos, Greg. So do check his
Okay.
videos out, guys. I actually watched one the other day, so he was good.
do you know the name of his channel?
No, I just see him upload to Discord, so that's why I clicked on it and started watching it. So good
Yeah,
player
I'll
as
have to
well.
check. I think I've seen one of his before. So here's his build, Terry. What do you think about his mono green with a bolt splash?
Yeah, so he's got the pixies, he's got the fire sprites, ice storm for them, obviously fearing certain lands. Is that free crumble? Free crumble by the looks of it. 2 spitting slugs. I love spitting slugs, to be fair. I think that's a good card. City in the bottle in the main. That's good.
Yeah.
Loads of Pendlehavens. Maze could be offensive and defensive. He's got the factories as well. Yeah. Like, I mean, you could attack in the air, you could attack on the ground. He hasn't got any berserks. He's only got the giant growths, but what do you think about not playing berserk?
Hey, I think that Greg knows what he's doing with mono green. I think he's like the mono green expert. So I'm not even gonna touch his deck.
He's
his
just splashing
build.
the red, isn't he, for the boat? So
Like I think when he picks these 2 ofs and 3 ofs and 2 pick, that he knows what he's doing. Even two dervish in the main. He does have a little bit more red in the sideboard, and I guess he can get red from, no City of Brass because he's got the City in the bottle, so he gets an advantage there on the opponents running cities. He does have 4 Taiga, but he's got 3 fire sprites. What do you think about fire sprite to get the red?
yeah, well, maybe he's a little bit worried that he maybe not be able to cast his lightning bolts, I suppose, and his sideboard cards. So, I mean, he's only got the 4 Tiger and the fire sprites to make red mana, so maybe he just wants to ensure that he. And also, it's a 1/1 flyer in the air, so if needs be, you can just chip in and with the Pendlehaven and attack for 2 in the air. So
Yeah, they can still take down Dibs or Sarah's with giant growth.
yeah,
I really like the fire sprite. I was also running the fire sprites in my.
did they help you cast your spells?
Yeah, I was running it as well because I had a lot more red, maybe quite a bit more red splash than Greg did here in my green.
I think Falling Star is such a good card in this format. It's really solid.
Solid, yeah.
What's it? Is it maximum? Is there any maximum number it can hit?
No, it just needs to touch. It just has to touch the sleeve of the card. So
Because I think in 4 Horsemen, is it a certain amount? I think it's.
I don't know about the ruling in there. I don't think there's a rule here next points, but I want to say that you can. I think you can hit maybe as many as 6. Possibly.
Yeah, because I think in 7-point singleton you can only hit 2.
No,
I think there's a limit of how many creatures you can hit with it, but I'm not too sure.
I don't think there's a limit. I could be wrong. I don't think there's a limit. So here you could hit 3 or 4 or more.
If anyone noticed in the comment section, please comment because I'll be interested to know.
Yeah, Falling Star.
All right.
So that's Greg Graham's list. He can go up to 4 pixies or dervishes after board, and then he's just got artifact and enchantment hate, another city, which is cool.
Yeah.
Some burn. Maybe these disintegrates are for something like trolls, sedge trolls or something.
Yeah. That's a good point, actually.
Pretty neat. Yeah.
Cool.
All right. So that was Greg with mono green. We had we call this. Here's the appearance of Gwendolyn. I don't know if she's been in yet because Jason.
Yeah, Jason's been in the top 16 before.
He was on Dark Line Dip Bolt, I think.
Yeah, he did have one Gwendolyn in there as well, though. So I think
he did. Oh, he had a Gwen. Okay.
Yeah, he had a Gwen. Yeah, he loves Gwendolyn.
Here she is for player control. Gwendolyn control. He even puts it in the.
He loves a Gwendolyn. He does. He loves a Gwendolyn.
This might be 1.0 because it doesn't say like Gwendolyn 2, 3, or 4 yet. We're just Gwen. So.
Yeah, he sent me like 7 different versions of Gwendolyn.
What do you think about this deck here?
So let's have a look at the points first. So he has, where's his points? Library.
War. Maze.
Yeah.
3 hymns right here.
Right, it's hidden behind the
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, okay. So he's got the earthquakes, obviously expecting a lot of aggro. So the 4 bolts, 3 swords, disenchant, Gwendolyn, obviously. 4 hippies. He's only got 11 creatures, but obviously he's dealing with everything that's being thrown at him. He's got the 4 Cinco bollocks of it.
Mm-hmm.
Got the Bushu books to obviously draw some nice cards. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it looks very solid, mate. Obviously, he's got playing a lot of dual lands. Like, you're always going to be weak to Blood Moon, but obviously he's done well enough here to make the top 16. Mirror Universes, 2 mirror. Yeah, the Blue Blast. Mm-hmm. The 2 Mirror Universe are different, aren't they? You don't really see them too much in the exploits.
It's pretty cool. I could see how you might fall behind in life total against a burn deck or something, even though. So maybe that's his form of life game.
Yeah, but there's no ramp in there, is there? I mean, 6 mana.
Yeah, I mean, he has a lot of some card draw and books and.
I suppose he's got earthquakes and a lot of like removal, and so he can.
Yeah, a lot of removal early game, and you did mention on the low number of creatures, but let's face it, some of these creatures like the trolls and the Gwendolyns pre-board, they're kind of hard to kill. You can only sword so many of those, right? You can't burn them.
And also the Gwendolyns are 3/5, isn't it?
Yeah, so you can't burn a troll or Gwen, and you can't really even Chaos Orb a troll. It's like you gotta swords these guys a lot of times to get rid. Maybe Abyss would work.
Gwendolyn is Gwendolyn 4 mana to cast.
What's that?
Is Gwendolyn 4 mana?
She's 4, yeah.
I think that's really cheap for a 3/5 with a discard that card at random. I think that's really cheap.
Really good. Random discard, just tap. But the drawback is the mana base, right? It takes 4 colored mana. So, but yeah, I think it's a good deck. He's got some of the best removal. He, even though he doesn't have a ton of creatures, he can just mess your hand up with the hymns and the hippies, and then if you've got any removal left after his discard, he drops a Gwen, and then I could see it being tough. And if they have mazes, right, for his creatures, he's got sinkholes too. So,
what's the highest position he's made so far?
Maybe this one he finished top 16, and I don't. This is his first appearance, so we'll have to look at that.
No, he has made top 16 before.
Okay.
If you could just go back, mate, I'm curious to know. Can we look at 47? I think it might be 47, 48. If you just scroll up.
Yeah, 47 or 8, you think?
Yeah.
I'd have to find his name, and
yeah.
Jason Kovacic. Here's Dark Line Dip Bolt.
Yeah, and I swear he's playing Gwendolyn there as well, like 1 or 2.
Here's Dark Line Dip Bolt.
Yeah, 48.
He's got 2 top 16s. He's done well. He may have had a Gwen in one of those, like you said, though.
Yeah. A very good player, Jason. And I played against him just for fun, and he very good. He does well.
But now at this point in the phase, by June he's got 3 Gwendolyns, so now he can just name the deck Gwendolyn. So he's all in.
He's all in now. Yeah. All right, cool. Let's have a look at the next one then.
Okay, so where were we at?
Fish, is it?
We had a fish by Tim Atwood. Fish, and he has 4 phantasmal terrains to note. And I absolutely love this deck. I played Fish to a playoffs finish about a year ago. We haven't seen a ton of Merfolk in a lot of these events, and I've wanted to make them work. I really have.
I think Ivan Diaz, by the way, he's in the top 16. Yeah, the one I lost to, I messed up because I was 4-1, and I bloody messed up against him. I should have killed the River Merfolk. I told you about it. He's playing this, I think.
Well, I absolutely love this build that Tim Atwood has put together. I love his deck photo, man. It's symmetrical. And notice it looks like a U. I don't know if he did that intentionally, like U, like mono blue. U is in blue.
Yeah. That's actually really cool.
That is so cool. It's trippy cool.
And he's got that strip mine that you like, the one from Star Wars. Well, looks it.
Yeah, he's got the Jabba the Hutt's palace strip mine.
So he's got the Dance of Many. I love Dance of Many. Actually, I think it's a really good card. Got 2 control magic.
Cool.
Obviously the Merfolk or the Power Trident, is it?
Yeah, that's the 1/1 Merfolk. It's the only 1-drop Merfolk that I know of.
River Merfolk, obviously protection against red. Is it protection? No, Mountain Walk, isn't it? Mountain
Walk for blue.
Yeah. Lord of Atlantis, obviously great with those Merfolks. What's the other one on the left? That's another
Sea Singer.
What's that do again?
Sea Singer. Yeah, it's like a preacher, but better. It takes control of any creature, and all they have to do is have an island, hence the 4 phantasmals.
Oh, bloody hell, mate.
Yeah,
that's really good.
And you get Island Walk, and you get it's a pretty cool control magic, it's got...
I used to play Merfolk in Modern, by the way. Like, I actually played it at a tournament. I think I went 6-3 with it. It was pretty solid, to be fair. The only thing it lost to was like Rafa God and things like that. But or Supreme Verdict, because that's Supreme Verdict back then, which was uncounterable. So you had to be very careful,
Yeah, that's the return to Ravnica, the non-old school rat, new age rat. And the cool thing about Dance to Mini is you think, oh man, it's so mana intensive, right? It takes all your mana just to keep it. A lot of times you're just playing something, and I realize, like, at least in theory, that this card, they would just use the removal on it the turn anyway. So, and if they don't, right, like, I don't know, you may not have to pay the mana that long to make this work. So a lot of times you just trade with their guy, block.
I suppose you want to copy a Lord of Atlantis, don't you?
Yeah, or they just try to kill something anyway when you play it. So it's just more fuel for their removal. It's a pretty good card, I think, for 2 mana. Not to mention, what if you copy like a Sarah or something more expensive, or a Triskelion of your opponents for 2 mana? That's pretty powerful.
Yeah, I suppose they'd shoot their own Triskelion, but they're losing their Triskelion then, aren't they?
That's interesting. And then the 2 Energy Fluxes main deck. What do you think of that?
Was this the tournament after Rob, or was this... Remember Rob played that mono artifact deck? I
think Raymond Mitchell and Rob Hackney had been playing the turd deck, as Joe Singer so eloquently dubbed it. The mono brown, the shops.
Maybe
I think
they had been doing
well. Yeah, and so he jammed those in, probably for them, because they were doing well making playoffs.
Yeah.
I think that's cool. But he has no artifacts except for Chaos Orb. So
it's not going to affect him, is it? And I love the fact that he's got obviously the Time Twister to reshuffle all these back in. He's got the Time Walk, the Ancestral Recall. What's the other card?
Recall. It's an altered recall.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
Pretty cool.
4 Blue Blast, 4 Purge. Those purges are great against like him to Torak, or even just killing a order or whatever, like a little 1/1 or 2/1 or whatever. I like Psychic Purge a lot, and the 2 sitting in the bottom are just great in this format. So he's even got the 3rd Energy Flux just to be totally sure against artifact decks.
Yeah, and look at that Tim, man. That is a prodigal looking sorcerer right there. He's been through a bunch of sidewalk, some hard Chaos Orb flips.
Yeah. I love that. Cool.
He's taken several bolts to the dome.
Yeah.
It's nice. I love that deck. So that was Tim Atwood's Fish. We already looked at these white weenies. We've got another mono green aggro with red splash again, Ben Murphin. That kind of makes 3 if you include my Living Plane, which is like green aggro with red.
I think I played against Ben Murphy in this tournament. Is he something Goblin. He might be like the Goblin player. Calls himself the something Goblin, I think.
I would say that this is his green with red.
Yeah, because Greg Graham's is the other one, and you had the other deck, didn't you? Okay, so very similar. Obviously, he's playing the Emerald Firefly, is it, or whatever it's called? The one with First Strike flying.
Yeah, Emerald Dragonfly,
Yeah,
which
so
I kind of like the fire sprite over that card as the 1/1 flyer with red splash, but that's just me. But
yeah, because you're kind of making sure that you can cast those red spells, and you got the 2 chain, the 4 bolts,
First
fireball.
Strike's nice.
Yeah, I do like Fire Strike.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose he's got more red sources. He's got the Hammerheim, 2 City, 4 Tiger, or Taiga, whatever you want to call it. 2 Sylvan. We haven't seen a lot of these running Sylvan, have we?
No, I may have had one in my sideboard against control decks to bring in, but
What do you think of the Sylvan?
It's where I feel like I can afford to pay the 4 life or 8 life or 12 life against some of these decks that don't have a lot of creatures or anything.
Yeah.
But
I think it's a sweet deck, mate. I think it's very similar to like Greg Graham's deck. The only difference being like obviously the fire sprites. Yeah, it's got the wolves though to pump up. Yeah, those are different, aren't they? Waioli Wolf. I don't think I've seen Waioli Wolf in the other decks.
yeah,
The Elvis Archers.
with first strikers, that's maybe makes them a little better. And he's got archers and dragonflies for first strike effects. So
Yeah. Yeah, the Archer being a 3/2 is really strong actually, with first strike.
Yeah.
And if you built one of their creatures, obviously like even the Shivan Dragons are losing that fight, you know. So
yeah, these green decks are just aggressive, low to the ground. You get they're pretty popular. They're kind of becoming. We're seeing a couple of these in each playoffs. It seems as well.
yeah, I mean, if you empty your hands like early, the Sylvan Libraries can just draw you into extra gas, you know.
Yeah,
I don't think you're too much worried about your life total. I think you're more worried about their life total. You know, if you go in like late with this deck, then you're more than likely ain't gonna win. But I think, yeah,
so that's his build.
the tsunami in the sideboard is pretty cool.
Yeah,
Flash Fires is good.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yep.
Pyrotechnics. Nice to see Pyrotechnics in this format.
Yeah, I had one in mine as well. One pyro.
Yeah, it works really well in your deck, innit? Because obviously you can ping for their lands.
Yeah. All right. So moving on. Let's see. Still top 16. We had a deck David Perez with a green, black, red Ponza.
Yeah, they're really strong decks, aren't they?
I think that's what I called it, Ponza, because he had ices and ice storms here. So it's kind of like some land denial. A little bit.
Yeah. She's got the Curd Apes, the Liana Elves, the Fireballs, the Bolts, the Chains. I mean, that's a lot of direct damage. Then he's got the 3 Dowrelor to punch face. Yeah, like obviously he's got his points in Mox, Demonic Shooter, Regrowth,
4 Factory.
and 4 Factory, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he wants to just kind of explode out with some mana accelerants and play his powerful creatures.
Yeah, he's got the Arnhems there as well, actually. So
Darylor, yeah, Curdape, and then some mana denial with Icy and Ice Storm, and then he can do Glooms, Flash Fires, or Blood Moons to kind of keep on that mana denial plan as he's turned his big sideways.
yeah, I mean, yeah, he's got the Falling Star as well, the Crumbles. Yeah, really strong, actually, really strong. All right, mate.
Then we had the deck again, Felix Widrig, and guess what? He's now at top 8, Terry.
So he's going up there, and he's getting.
He's slowly moving up. Let's see, there he is.
So, yeah, the Meek Stones in the main. He's got the Feldon's Cane, obviously, to reshuffle everything back in. He's got the IC Manipulators, the Abyss, 4 Ivory Tower Steel, 4 Counter Spell, plus the Spell Blast, 3 Bolt, Falling Star, Earthquake, 2 reverse damage. He loves those reverse damages. Spirit Link, Divine Offering. Yeah, still no maze. Interesting. He's only playing the 4 deserts still, but
4 deserts and Aloha, and his sideboard is slowly changing, but his main deck hasn't. I don't think it's changed much in a couple of tournaments.
yeah, he had an archaeologist in his sideboard last time, but he doesn't seem to have that this time. He's just got the preacher.
Yeah. So
I think like if you're going like control, like I think like 3 or 4 millstone is just absolutely amazing. And it goes really those 2 cards being milled plus their draw step goes surprisingly fast. Before you know it, they've lost like their entire deck. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people playing Ivory Tower at the moment, and I think you're better off just going for the mill plan, if I'm honest, rather than trying to bolt them and do a big fireball to their face or something.
Yeah, I mean that 1 cane can get you there. I think the key is if you play the cane early, and then they try to disenchant it or counterspell it.
Yeah, you don't really want to be playing it early. When I was playing the deck, you want to be playing it.
You want to hold it as long as you can, but what if
it's dangerous against like him to Thorax though, because if you're playing against mono black, then really you don't mind playing out the Founder's King because there's only a Chaos Orb that can really deal with it.
Yeah, it's probably a little tricky to play correctly. So Felix has obviously become a master at how to play his deck. The deck.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. That's Felix again. Here we've got a white weenie. It's like a pink weenie, I guess you'd call it, with red and white tax edge. Land tax with Land's Edge. Yeah. Brandon Lindley.
Nice.
See if we can find, I think, yeah, here it is. You think?
Very similar to what I'm playing, isn't it? But I'm playing more Winds of Change rather than Land's Edge, to be honest with you. So, yeah, it's a very good deck. Actually,
currently, like in X point 60, whatever it was, 61 or 2, whatever. That's what you're at.
So he's got 3 land tax. He's got 2 factory. The Wheel of Fortune. I like Wheel of Fortune a lot, actually. Yeah, I think the 4 Javelineers are good. Obviously, the 4 Orders are good. He's split the White Knights, so he's got 2 Thunder Spirits and 2 White Knights. Prioritizing some creatures in the air as well. We can't get through on the ground. He's actually got 2 Crusade in the main. 4 Chain, 4 Bow, 3 Land's Edge. I really like the. He's got more on the Land's Edge package, but I really like Winds of Change because. But then he has got a Wheel of Fortune in he to restock his hand. Yeah. But I think having 3 or 4 Winds of Change with land tax is really good because you just got more ways of drawing into more gas, like a lot of gas. I mean, I Winds of Change for 10 in one of the matches. It was absolutely crazy. I went to land tax, drew, took 3 cards out of the library, draw for a draw step, went from 6 cards to 10 cards, played Winds of Change, and then literally just dropped a load of creatures. Still has 7 cards in them. It was absolutely mental.
Yeah.
But this deck is more like direct damage by looks of it with the Land's Edge.
Mm-hmm.
And I did Land's. When I played it, Land's Edge did 12 damage in 1 turn, so you can do a lot of damage with Land's Edge and land tax. To be fair.
Yeah, the only thing about this photo,
there's no sideboard, is there?
The sideboard, yeah, I don't see the sideboard. It could be that I made an error with the cropping or something, but yeah. So
we got the premise of the deck anyway, mate. So it's
right.
I think it's a really solid deck actually.
Yep.
What do you think? What do you think of it not playing Armageddon though?
I think a lot of the tax edge lists that I've seen do well in these X points. I've seen several of them. I don't think that were running Geddons. Just because, like you said, they put their points in taxes, like a wheel, and then what do you have? I guess you could do a Mox or 2 Geddons or 2 factories. But I think this deck can win without Geddon. I think rather than having to win with creatures and try to Geddon with creatures out and then gain an advantage, I think you can just play the edge and combo out in 1 turn and just kill them.
Yeah.
That's my
I
thought.
think there's different routes to that deck in there that you can go. Don't
Mhm.
have to play the Geddons. You could just go, like you said, with the Land's Edge.
Yeah, it's also a top contender. These white weenie variants, whether they're red or blue
Mm.
splash, dibs, they're good. So we had Ishan with a black red troll, and he had Juzams in his list. So let's see, Ishan, and he would be right here. What do you think of his build?
Bloody hell, 4 Jusums. Nice. Yeah, the Drain Lives are good. Assassin, one of, with the 2 Manipulator. Shatters are good. I think it's good to have 1 or 2 Shatter in the main here because there's a lot of like decks that run artifacts. So you know, you can take them out if they're useless after the first game, but I think having 2 Shatters is quite reasonable. I like the disintegrate. Only the 1 terror, but sometimes that could be a useless card as well.
Mhm.
Force Inco, obviously great. Where's his points then? He's got 3 Factory, 2 Mox, the Black Lotus. So that's all his points.
Yeah, he went for more mana ramp. He's got Lotus um, rituals and 2 Moxen. And I think it's because he has the Jusum, and being able to power that out. He's got a vampire too, but
Hmm.
really, I mean, you can go for the turn 1 troll or hippie, right, with a Lotus and still have mana and tap for troll or whatever. But I think it's all about putting out that Jusum early is some of the reason behind his point choice.
Yeah, because it's interesting. Doesn't play him, but yeah, I can see where what you're talking about here is he's
Mhm.
going out for those big like Hypnotic Spectre turn or choosing them on turn 1 or 2 even. Turn 1 actually,
Yeah,
yeah, turn 1 with the Black Notice on the land. So.
yeah. These decks that don't have swords in their list, if they're just playing burn like 12 bolt, they can't deal with like a turn 1 or 2 Jusum Jin very well. They
Yeah,
got a
and if
chaos.
they can deal with it, deal 2 bolts to it. Normally they've
They
already
could,
taken 5 or 10 damage before they can deal with the damn thing.
yeah. So yeah, nice deck. I like it. It's a pretty good build.
Sideboard then, what about that? Mm,
Some anti-white cards, the extra terrors that always come in. Another flyer, vampire. The 4th troll, that's kind of interesting to me. But the disc sideboard, I could understand that.
yeah, yeah. There's a lot of artifact
Yeah,
enchantment decks running around, so you may want to. And it's, you got the trolls, so you tend to keep them around.
yeah, pretty good. He's got quite a few anti-artifact cards, and then the Falling Star almost seems like a must between any of these lists with red between main and sideboard. I think
Such a good
everybody's
card, isn't
running.
it? If I had one, I'd be playing it in my. I would have played it in my pink greenie deck because it would have been great against like opposing creature decks.
Yep.
So
Right.
I think even the Italian Legends ones are like still quite expensive, but may have to
We
invest.
had a fellow Englishman, Matthew Harper,
Yeah.
mono black. Uh, Here he is, London Old School.
So he's got 4 Under Our Dreams, 4 Sinkos, 4 Hymn to Torak, 1 Disc, 1 Chaos Orb, 1 Greed. 3 Order, is it? 3 Knights, 4 Sengirs. So he's actually gone for low mana cost stuff and gone for like the more higher end stuff with the Sengirs and things like that.
He may have knocked me out in this playoff. I want to say I'm not sure. He may have gotten some. Yeah, he may have knocked me out. I think he
You
did.
having flashbacks to me?
Yeah, the dreams aren't particularly great against some of these decks. But it's still a clock. It's still just damage, right? And with 4 Dark Ritual, they're a lot more potent. Being able to play them turn 1 or 2 or
Oh yeah,
3.
turn 1. If you're getting 5 or 6 damage out of it, then
Yeah,
and it really stops the Sylvan Libraries, doesn't it, from doing its thing.
I like the three drain life if you're going to run 4 Ritual. I think that's pretty strong in mono black.
Yeah.
And 4 Vampires, pretty good. If you don't have Juzam, then yeah, 4 Vampires pretty good with Dark Rits.
You can't really see a sideboard too well though, can you? Are they AO parts in the sideboard?
I can kind of make it out for the watchers. Anybody that can't see, it's 4 gloom. He's got 4 piles, 2 pestilence. Looks like a couple more discs. He's got 1 disc made, yeah, 2 more here. And another icy in the board, or is that his only icy? Yeah, it might be the only one. And then a terror and a royal assassin.
Mm. The Royal Assassin's it's good, but has he got icy? Oh, he's got icy in the sideboard, hasn't he? Yeah, you just said that.
1, yeah.
Yeah, icy assassin combo.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah.
You don't really see Guardian Beast in these mono black decks very much, do you?
I mean, what are they going to get? They could just try to get back their 1 orb or 1 disc. It makes more sense to me if they're playing like Tutor for that, because Chaos Orb's restricted. You need like Tutor, or you need like a card that brings the orb back, like a Recall or a Reconstruction or something like that, or
Yeah.
Regrowth. But or you need Transmute Artifact. You know, you almost need blue-black, I think, to make Beast shine with Chaos Orb.
Yeah, that's a good point actually.
Yeah.
Such a big fan of Guardian Beast. I just want to see some play, but
Yeah. So here's next deck, top 8 4-color him, Rich Aravello. He's back, and he has been in several of these with this 4-color him deck. It's let's see if he looks like he's made many changes. If I can find it. Here we go, Terry.
2 control magic in the main, 2 Power Stone, 1 order, 3 swords, 3 bolts, 2 Juice on all looks of it, 1 Darrellor, 1 Sangir, 4 Troll, 4 Hypnotic Spectre, 4 Aim to Torak, 2 Disenchant, 2 Counterspell. Wow, it's just like you're playing against this deck, you just don't know what's going to come, do you? Because there's so many like 1-ofs and 2-ofs. It's like it's hard to prepare, like it's hard to play against it when you don't know how many he's actually running, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah. His numbers are interesting, and no dark rituals, just power cards from all 4 colors. And I guess if his mana base draws well, he can just each turn play some of the best removal and answers or threats. So,
Yeah, I mean he could turn 1 him to Torak, couldn't he? With the Mox and
with the
Badlands.
Mox, that's well, he has 2 Felwar stones, but that would probably help with some of the 4 drops, like control magic.
Yeah.
Helps with Troll, because Sedge Troll can be kind of like a 4 drop too, if you think about it. You want 1 mana to reach.
No, yeah, you don't want to play that on turn 3.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I think this is a very strong deck. It's just
Turn 2 even. You can play it turn 2, I suppose, but you don't really want to be doing that unless you know your opponent's not playing damage, direct damage.
Yeah, I think the main deck Blood Moon, if you go against that, there's 2 swamps, 1 plains, 1 black mox. I guess he might, but the sideboard, obviously, you can do better against the Blood Moon. You can bring in a 3rd disenchant, a couple blue blasts.
I like the Shatterstorm actually.
Shatterstorm, yeah, that's pretty cool because he only has just a couple artifacts.
Those falling stars, like you said, like all the red decks seem to be playing like 2 or 3 falling stars.
I mean, we keep seeing these green aggro decks with all these 1/1s, these white aggro decks with 1/1 and 2, grizzly bears and knights. Yeah, it's just I don't see how you can't run some form of a like earthquake or something, falling star to take out these.
They're really good, mate. They're really good.
Yeah. So that's Rich Aravello. 4-color troll. 4-color him. We had a line dip bolt by Victor Osterberg. I think he's defending champ from May. Turned to 51. He's back. 52 line dip bolt.
Back in the semi-final.
Back in the semifinals. So let's see if he changed much, if we can remember. Let's see if we had another line dip bolt. We also had Brandon Eccles. So we had 2 line dip bolts and a rogue aggro for the last 3. This might be Brandon Eccles. Let me see if I can find Vic. Ooh, now, okay. I should have labeled these. I do better later in this video, I promise. I have them in better order.
I don't think that's Victor's, if I'm honest.
I think Equals ran the moat.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's look at Victor's first. So let's scroll down a bit.
Okay, this would probably be Victor.
Yeah, so Victor came fourth, bollocks, or third or fourth, whatever. So he's got the Serendeeps, the 2 Order, the 2 White Knight, 4 Javelineers, 4 bolts. Sorry, Savannah Lion. 4 bolts, 4 chains. So 12 bolt basically. He's playing the 1 Sarah Angel again. Got the Disintegrate. He's got the. Oh, and when you said the Disintegrate is really good against the Ancestral, I completely forgot about that actually. So I can see why people choose that over Fireball, like, because Ancestral is quite prevalent. So he's got the Ancestral Recall, the Time Walk, that's 7 points, and obviously Free Factory, so that's his 10 points. And like we keep seeing, the Falling Star in the sideboard again, and
I saw a sideboard. That's the thing, is you usually don't see as many people with it main deck. I had it in my Living Plane deck, main deck.
Yeah, because you were trying to blow up their land.
Yeah, you don't want to play against that main deck if you're on Living Plane, because then it can kill all your lands. But it's in the board. It's most people have it in the board. Looks like, and Victor does as well here.
I tell you what, that would have been epic if someone you call you play Living Plane, pass the turn, and they go Falling Star on your land.
Yeah. And Full Horseman, that's a thing, right?
You're like, I'm going to blow up his lands next turn, and then you pass the turn to him, and he blows up all your lands before you can do that to him.
That would be fun.
Oh, God.
So interesting, he's got 3 purges here to go against him decks, right? Because you combine 12 bolts and these like goblin grenades, right, for free out of the board, and that's so much burn, man. It's just, I don't see how him can win if they get a purge or 2.
Oh yeah, if you get purged twice, 10 damage straight to their face, then bloody hell.
Even once, it might be too much to overcome.
Yeah. Well, it's like a goblin grenade to the face, like you said. Also.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. I do like Sacred Purge, actually. I think it's a great card.
Yeah. Everything else seems pretty straightforward. So.
Yeah. Definitely.
That was Victor's Landed Bolt. We had so there was Lucas Glavin. He's on Rug Aggro. What's that? Red, blue, green.
Yeah, let's look at his deck first.
He's second place. Here he is. Got this cool photo with the New England Neos.
He's always got nice photos, isn't he? To be fair to him. So he's got 4 card 8, 4 blast, 4 pixies. Oh, sorry, 3 pixies, 2 script sprites, 3 Arnhem. So there's a little 2 or 3 obviously here. It's got the 3 counter spell, 1 shatter. I actually like the 1 shatter. Like if you're playing against like an opposing Chaos Orb and you just like, they activate their Chaos Orb, you shatter it. It's, it could be useful. 4 Serendib, 3 chain, 1 disintegrate, 3 factory, ancestral recall. It's interesting with all these ancestral recalls because obviously it is a higher points now. So it's like, what you take out if you want to keep playing ancestral recall?
I guess you have to lose a factory or you go without Time Walk and just play 4 factories or something. But
yeah.
Have to be a change this year.
And he's interested that he only plays the 1 Ice Storm, so obviously he's afraid of maybe potential lands, maybe Maze of Ifs or deserts. Or
yeah, Dibs and Ernie's don't like mazes, do they?
No, they do not. Or Juzum. Juzum doesn't like maze either. Okay.
Yeah, so there it is. I guess he's worried about the sitting a ball after board with the 2 shatters, but here he's in the finals. You would think this is vulnerable to sitting a ball. We've seen a lot of people that had sitting ball in either main deck or sideboard in this playoff, and he's in the finals with almost full on Arabian. Apes, Dibs, and Ernems and Cities of Brass.
Yeah.
So it just showed you how powerful these cards are. I guess he has Counterspell, right? That's a pretty cool. If you're going to do Arabian aggro with this many guys and you have counter magic. And the shatter, that's
I was going to say, because like the shatters, like you said, the shatters are good at blowing them up, but they've already done their damage once it enters the battlefield. So you really don't want them to enter the battlefield.
I think he wants to counter. That's his must counter card.
Yeah.
Have a few counter spells. So
I like the 2 control magic in the sideboard as well. And the free black fights against certain decks could be very useful, especially like Felix and control decks that want to have lots of cards.
Yeah, it's a good sideboard card for sure. So that's Lucas. And who won this one here, Terry? We had Brandon Eccles.
Yep.
Lion did Bolt. Okay, so he had kind of an interesting build because, right, the moat, right?
Yeah,
so,
the moat.
The moat.
Stops all those aggro decks, you know?
Maze. Was that?
Stops all those aggro decks, doesn't it? On the ground, so.
It's pretty cool. It's like, I play Lions and Javelineers. You notice he doesn't have White Knights and Pump Knights like some of these other, like the list below us had 4 other knights.
Yeah, I suppose if he's going to play moat, sometimes he isn't going to be able to attack himself with those Javelineers and Savannah lines, so you don't want to play too many ground creatures, because if you want to play the moat, yeah.
Yeah, so he just goes Div and Sarah, and this is more of like a hybrid of aggro control, right? It's like a mid-range.
Interesting, he's playing the Earthquake even though he's playing 7 creatures on the ground, because he knows he's going to win in the air.
Yeah, I think he just expects these guys to trade with other dorks and then or draw a little removal early and then just quake when he gets behind. If he's or it can be a finisher too, as a burn spell. It's a pretty good card.
Yeah, I like it, mate. I like it a lot.
And then he can board into straight up like mid-range control with books, towers, and counter magic, control magic. Only one counter spell, but he's got 3 main decks, so yeah, he can go straight up like mid-range blue-white control with red.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Very good, mate. Very good to
All right, so congrats to Lucas and Brandon, and congrats to Brandon for first place, turn 52. You want to move on to 53?
Yeah, sounds good, mate. I'm just gonna end this recording and then.
Okay.
All right, but yeah. All right, guys. So that's the end of this tournament and end of this video. And like I just said, Tim just said we're gonna record the next one, and you'll see that in the next video. So yep. See you later, guys.